Diecast Norbs is a channel devoted to the teen to adult toy collector, pop culture fans, and fellow nerd enthusiasts. This is a PG-13 channel. I might say some shit. Viewer and parental discretion is advised. Hello everybody, welcome to Diecast Norb's Galactic Hooligan, and welcome into my birthday episode. This weekend is actually my birthday of May 23rd, and I'm actually super happy that you're actually all here to join me for a special glasses reveal. Today, I'm actually getting rid of my old specs, and at 49,000 likes, I'm going to reveal my new ones. Has it worked? Have you all actually hit 40,000 likes or anything like that? You know what? Screw that. I'm going to do it anyway. Get ready. New glasses power! I am super stoked with these right now. These are actually my new glasses, and as you can actually tell, I'm still in my blue period, but I am actually loving these, and I got rid of the old ones, which were actually pretty scratched up right now and everything, and I am super stoked with these. I can actually see into the future right now, you know? So, to celebrate my new blue glasses, I'm actually going to be, reviewing something new today. Now, I know that most of you are actually going to be frenzied with who my favorite Decepticon is, but each and every one of you should actually know that I'm actually going to remain true blue to my favorite Decepticon asshole. It's Rumble. So today and always, whenever Rumble is actually in my hands, he's always blue. You know, so if you guys actually still want to call him Frenzy, you can, you know, whenever he's actually in your hands, he actually becomes what you actually want. But in my hands, he's Rumble. So I can't wait to actually take you through Transformers Legends Takara's Rumble, and I am super happy you've actually joined me. If you haven't already, please like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell. Especially hit that notification bell, because that'll actually tell you whenever I actually have a video up, and it'll actually start working more with my algorithms and all the magic that actually goes on behind YouTube and everything like that, so I can actually become a little bit bigger on this world called YouTube land. So I really appreciate it if you if you actually did do that for me. Also, keep being heroes and wearing masks. Remember, right now we're actually still in COVID season, and we are still trying to combat this deadly illness and disease and everything. But the one way we can actually make surefire that we can actually help protect each other and yourselves is by making sure that you actually wear a mask. Make sure you actually do it for your moms, your dads, your neighbors, your pets, your arch villains. Yes, because even your arch villains are actually making stuff happen at the speed of light for you, keeping you on your toes. And that's what I'm actually trying to do right now. Not that I'm your arch enemy or anything like that, but I do want each and every one of you safe and alive. Also, make sure you get vaxxed. Now, let's go over to Stage A. Alright, here he comes. Let's get ready to rumble! And I love Rumble here, and you know, he really is probably one of my favorite Decepticons altogether and everything. From the first time that I actually heard him explaining to Starscream exactly how weak he actually is compared to Megatron and everything, he actually had the right ideal for a henchman and everything. He knew exactly who he was, he knew exactly what his power level was, and as compared to everyone else's and everything, he knew. But he's actually still the guy who will actually go off and destroy everyone else and everything like that for his cause. You know, Rumble is actually so great, and I love this older style Takara Legends Rumble here and everything, you know? He actually came out at the time when Takara was actually just making a whole lot of different designs and everything like that, and this was actually one that was actually supposed to be that was supposed to come to us and reveal the shields. you know, but like never made it to us or anything, and that's kind of like always made me sad, you know. I always loved this character. He's great. This amazing blue that we actually have on him and everything, you know. Just let me clear up my camera here just a bit. There we go. This amazing blue that we actually have on this guy and everything is really fitting, just the right color for like for this Decepticon and everything all together. I really love it. I love all the molding details and everything. And you don't really notice that he's actually a robot or anything like that, aside from like these two things right over here. And you'll actually know what that is pretty soon and everything. But everything's actually pretty well concealed and everything, except for like maybe his chest piece right over here. And you wouldn't really know that it was a chest piece unless I actually just told you just now, which I did. Can't hold on to surprises for anything, you know? But this guy looks great. I love him. Now, comparatively, he is a legend scaled bot. So he actually kind of like he really does size well with like everything in like your classics or your Chugs collection and everything all together, or like your War for Cybertron collection all together. So I just wanted to give you an example of that. Here he is with Huffer. And last but not least, I'm going to give you a little bit of Rumble action over here, you know, and this is actually one of Soundwave's cassettes, and very, very cool. I love the way this looks and everything, and like comparatively, you know, like, you know, this is actually like a lot smaller, of course, and everything. You know, he's actually going to be like a lot smaller of a bot. I'd like to think that like maybe Rumble actually got like the supersized package and everything, where he can actually convert from say this to his regular bot mode and everything, or maybe he has a secondary bot mode and everything, you know. I still keep both of these on my Decepticon shelf right now and everything like that, because I can't decide which one I like more. I mean, I love this one a lot more, like a ton more, but like this guy, if he actually had like actual arms, and I wish one of you 3D printers would actually like make one, if he actually had like actual elbows and everything, who knows, he could actually be like a real contender and everything for like the spot of the true Rumble, you know. Well, I'm gonna give you a quick transformation, and then you can actually see this guy in all his awesomeness. So I'm just gonna give you a quick transformation of Rumble. First off, we want to start off by moving his arms outwards, and this is when we're actually going to start like maneuvering some things out of the way. We'll actually bring this outside to the outside. This will actually become his arm, so you actually want to extend it all the way out. So let me do it over here a little bit clearer. Bring this out. That releases his hand right over here. Then we're going to give this a slight turn to the outside. That'll actually break up its treads. And then we want to move his hands outwards. And we'll actually finish off by giving this a turn right over here by the ball joint. So 180 right over here. Now, what I am actually going to, because you could actually do anything you want with the guns over here, but I like to give it a turn right there, and then bring this all the way back. So let's do this one more time. Let's bring these down and around. And there we go. And that'll actually take care of his turret. And now just bring down his legs. He actually has like an ab right over here that you actually just want to bring down his feet, bring out his heel spurs, then bring down his chest piece right over here for a great head reveal. Now, the head was actually already there. I was just kind of like covering it up. I don't know if you guys actually saw that already, but there we go. And we just want to click these in. And there we go. And then just move these pile drivers down. And there we go. And now you actually have an amazing Rumble. I love this figure so much. And hold on, just let me bring this in and this in. There we go. You just have to make sure that it clicks. And there we go. I love this guy. This little Rumble is actually such a dynamic little guy and everything, you know. I really love this. I really love this sculpt so much. And I still do. I'm actually still kind of like angry at Hasbro for not bringing him into the States and everything like that, like they said they would and everything, you know. I really wish that this was actually one of these were actually some of the figures that were actually put on the table. Hasbro, you actually had a whole bunch of them out there and everything. It's not too late. You could actually still bring them out and everything for the War for Cybertron series and everything, you know? I wouldn't get mad if you actually decided to like bring them out soon and everything, because like from what I actually knew, they actually just like decided they actually had like great colors for this Rumble and just decided to cancel at the last minute, you know? I think the color differentiation would have actually been golden guns and like maybe a golden like circuitry board here right over, you know? And I don't know, but like this guy is so fantastic. My preferred Rumble. I mean, look at that face right there. That face actually says nothing else but like your little mini asshole and everything like that. Like he is just like ready for a rumble and everything, and he doesn't care who he actually has to go through. Just beautiful work all together. I love like everything going with all the sculpted detail and everything, you know. His hands are actually very cool also, you know. So it breaks up a little bit over here and everything, and that's because that's through the transformation. But you know, it doesn't really spoil this figure at all to me or anything, you know. And of course, the legs are actually semi-hollow here and everything, you know, because they actually have like all these grids that were actually during the modeling process of this whole thing. You know, I kind of wish they actually solidified that a little bit more, but very, very cool otherwise, you know. I really love this figure. The articulation is actually goes like this. He actually has like a 360 on a ball joint right at his head. He can actually look up. He can actually look down on you, as he should. You know, he actually has 360 right over here. He actually has like an arm bend, which actually, I guess you could actually consider that a double arm bend and everything. I don't know, like even though it's actually kind of weird to actually have an arm bend like that. His pile drivers actually move up and down and everything. And one thing that I actually love about this is I love the fact that you actually have this pile driver here and everything where you could actually like transform it. And it usually clicks in. It's actually kind of like shaky on how this clicking mechanism actually works, but it's actually there if you want to use it. I'll show you more about that also and everything. Nothing at the waist or anything like that due to it being an older figure and everything, but he actually does have ab crunch right over here, which is probably unheard of at the time, you know. He actually has a kick all the way out. Kick not so far back because of this panel or anything like that, but he actually does amazing kung fu moves and everything. And I love the roundhouses that Rumble actually has to give. They're great. Love it so much. Like, this guy is actually very, very cool. Now, remember what I was actually saying before. He actually does come with his pile drivers, and love the fact that he actually comes with them and everything, you know. So like if he's actually ever over by Sherman Dam and everything, he can actually activate his pile drivers to do Megatron's bidding, or to do Starscream's bidding at least. Anyway, you know, that was the episode that was actually that I'm actually referring to, you know. So he could actually do whatever he actually wants to do in the waters and everything, and meet adversaries underneath the waters and everything like that, you know. That's very cool, and I love the fact that I can actually match these guys up and everything like that, you know. Like, these guys are great together. I actually kind of wish this actually came as like a set all together and everything. That would actually make a pretty badass set, you know. Kingdom Hover, Titans Returns Beachcomber, and it's Take Your Kid Into Work Day with a little bit of Earthrise or Kingdom Rumble here and everything, you know. They look very great together and everything. And again, I still like to think that this Rumble actually grows into this Rumble and everything through, like, I don't know, something or the other. You know, maybe Vector Sigma actually kind of like had pittance on this poorly designed figure and everything like that, and decided to like actually make Rumble all the Rumble that he could actually be. So like, I really love that. I think that's actually nice, you know. I'm still trying to find a way to incorporate this into here and everything, so he actually has a mini-me that he can actually carry around with him all over, you know. But that being said, about bringing your kids into work day, here goes Rumble with Soundwave and Classics Ravage. And that looks great. I love that. And also remember that even though Rumble actually probably wants to fight with everyone, he's still loyal to Megatron, and he actually, even though he actually wants to fight everyone, he plays well with everyone. Like, Rumble actually just looks like he naturally fits into this selection of Siege and Earthrise characters and everything all together, and even the Classics Ravage there. And I love this so much. This is actually kind of like, really a choice display and everything. Kind of like pretty much why I actually have him in my Earthrise section right now and everything, you know? So he's very, very cool. I can't say enough about him. So Rumble is actually just like a really, really cool figure and everything. And I'm actually super happy that I actually got him years ago and everything, you know? And, you know, like, as far as, like, me filling in things and everything, I was actually kind of, like, more glad more than anything else to actually have this Rumble as a part of, like, my collection and everything altogether. You may, like, differentiate, like, who your Rumble is, because I know the fight. Rumble is red and Frenzy is blue and blah, 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 blah. Rumble will actually always be my real true blue Decepticon and everything like that all together. He always displays that inner loyalty and that everything that you can actually say that actually makes like a true blue character to his team that much more and everything like that. He is just awesome, and I'm glad that I actually got this guy in my collection. I am actually going to give you final thoughts on this guy. Now, I know a lot of you have actually grown up with the comic books as your first introduction to Transformers, or you've actually grown up with like the toys as your first introduction. My first introduction was in the comic books and everything, you know, but they jumped to life at me and everything when it actually came down to the animation. And for that reason, Rumble will actually always be blue to me. You know, he was actually always just the blue badass and everything. Just as came out and just like with a New Yorker accent and everything like that, you know, because I am actually a true New Yorker. That's where I was actually born and bred and everything, you know. And Rumble epitomized everything that I thought like this tough guy character should actually be, you know. And I really love that character, like really love this character altogether. I love how he was actually fleshed out. And when it came down to like getting the figures, it seemed to me that they actually made a misstep and everything when it actually came down to writing who Rumble or Frenzy was on the packaging and everything, you know? Now I know that Hasbro and Takara have actually all been like trying to like find ways to make it up, and then all of a sudden just teeters back and everything like that, and just kind of like makes us like think the other one is actually Rumble or Frenzy, whatever it may be. This guy is actually always going to be like the one for me and everything, you know. True blue, the guy who will actually destroy you, Rumble. And that's it for me today. I really appreciate you guys for joining me once again and everything for my escapades into Transformerdom. You know, I think that's a word, right? Anyway, I hope that you all are actually doing amazingly out there and everything. And remember one thing, the Galactic Hooligan always says that being kind is the best thing that you can actually do. Be kind to yourselves and to each other, and make sure you actually pass it on and everything. Let it go in like torrents of kindness and everything to everyone out there, you know? Also, when these stop being magical, that's when I'll stop collecting. I appreciate you all for joining me. Have an amazing day, and I'll definitely talk to you soon.